Yeah. Coach Eben is here, so to Nana Edu. Nana, okay, just the one goal in it. I think every week you should be predicting for Kotoko or Hearts or any other team. And if it comes to no air consultant, mom. And then what was the difference?
You know, after watching the first 45 minutes, I knew Kotoko were hungry to score at least one goal. They needed the 3 points much more than Samartex. So they brought that anger in the second half just to get at least one goal in the second half to get the maximum 3 points. So and then I'm not much share. And the most important thing is they were able to get that particular goal that give them that 3 maximum points. I understand so many things within the club. They are losing a lot of players. You know, most big teams in the course of their second round, where they lose 2-3 key players, it affects their performance. And when you look at the Kotoko team, they are missing the service of a player like Justice Bilay, Richmond Lamte, Sharif Mohammed, Isaac Kopon, Stephen Mukwala. And these are key players. Prior to the end of the first round, they were the key players in the Kotoko team, getting the maximum results, especially in their home games. In fact, after the first round, I think Kotoko was the team who had more away games win in the Ghana Premier League, much more than any other team in the Ghana Premier League. So it means something was working for some of these key players in the Kotoko team. So right from the second round, after losing those key players, it affected their performance and they were dropping points in some of their crucial games that they were playing in the Premier League. So it's good, and I think it's a perfect response from Kotoko to get a win against the league leaders. And Samartex is a team that when we're able to get the maximum 3 points against them, and motivated players in going to the other games that is left in the Ghana Premier League. So let's see how things will go on for them in their next away game in the Ghana Premier League. But the most important thing is, after playing some good football today, they have gotten the maximum 3 points.
Coach, tough win for the Porcupine Warriors. At least today there was more fight, more urgency, especially 50-50 balls. Not I said they were getting those balls, and unlike in other games.
Well, I think that the game plan of Samartex for me didn't work well, and for Kotoko, I think that their game plan worked. But Samartex made some changes and they came in very strong in the second half. And I think that Kotoko took the first half, Samartex came in very strong. But in terms of chances creation, Kotoko had more chances than Samartex. But the one Evans Owusu had, and he just kicked the ball into the hands of Frederick Asare. I thought he could have done much better when the ball fell to him and he was in the 16. And for me, I believe that it was a good game that we witnessed. Kotoko players' mentality was to fight and fight and fight to the end. And as I said earlier on, I don't know whether Samartex underestimated Kotoko before the game. So you could clearly see in the first half that Kayeke, for me, was being bullied. Let me put it that way, was being bullied by Intim Menu. And of course, I mean, Evans Osewusu was closed down. But some decisions from the referee, to be honest with you, I felt that if the referee should have used cards more in the game, we could have seen a red card on the foot of play, not on the bench of both teams or something, but on the foot of play. And I felt that some of the decisions of the referee was questionable. To be honest with you, I think some of his decisions were questionable. The 50-50 decisions that he took. But on the whole, I think we witnessed a very good game.
I think since Andrew Sintimenu joined Asante Kotoko, today is his best game for the club. He took over the midfield. It looks like Kotoko were going for a typical 4-1-4-1 formation. One holding midfielder with a lot of attacking midfielders. Enoch Morrison is an attacking midfielder. Rezeze is an attacking midfielder. Babayaya is operating as a direct winger together with Peter Minuaka, with one centre forward in front of them. So Andrew Sintimenu took over the midfield. When you're in your midfielder, only players like, Kayeke, Dauda, are competing in that midfield and taking over that midfield. It means the player has played beyond what we've seen this particular season to get that result. So I think the best game for Andrew Sintimenu in the Kotoko JC is today, and he did a great job for the club.
Yeah, there were other players who today showed up.
Rezeze had a good game.
Yeah, Zeze's issue. We'll talk about
had a good game.
We'll talk about the goal in a bit, the penalty and what have you. But the goalkeeper Sari also had to put a couple of saves just to keep Kotoko, alive.
Well, of course. I mean, even Kofi Ba, I think that on 2 occasions he has to close on Peter Mido Aqua, and then of course Kalu Ouattara for them not to get hold on to the ball before probably they shoot at goal. Was able to come out quick to make sure that Kotoko will not score. Frederick Asare, yes, about 3 or 4 occasions he came out to save Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But you will not mention, Dauda Seydou came into the game latter part of the second half. And I think that Boache that came on should have come on earlier. I think he should have been the one should have replaced Emmanuel Mahama. Because for Boache leaving Karela to Samartex, he has not have enough playing time. Yeah, he's a good player when it comes to attacking. And for me, I'm always surprised to see him on the bench of Samartex. But at the end of the day, he came to make a case for himself. I mean, looking at the 2 center backs of Samartex, they played so well. The cohesion, the understanding was there. But I think that Baba Yaya, Eric Zeze, in as much that he makes some 2-3 opportunities, it was a delight to watch when he's on the ball. And the short passes from Kumasi Asante Kotoko in the spaces, and Samartex didn't press. Anytime Kotoko tried to use the spaces in midfield, Samartex do not press. They allow Kotoko to play, and that was how Kotoko was able to come on in the game. But anytime Samartex gets the ball, you see in Team Menu being hard on Emmanuel Kayeke. Either Emmanuel Kayeke will go on the turf, or he wins the ball from him, or probably there's a knock. And that is where I was talking about the referee's decision sometimes, well, for me, wasn't good. At least he should have issued some cards for both sides, but most of the decisions that he took for me, some of them were questionable. But hey, who am I to question the referee? But I think that on the whole, both teams played well. It's still 5 points between Samartex and the second place Nations FC.
Yeah, no doubt. 5 points is because Nations were losing, or they lost by 3 goals to 0. Lions. We'll take a look at the table to find out whether or not that's going to help Lions or BBNE. We're being told plus 15 minutes, but we'll get confirmation of all those and exactly what happened. If it's plus 15 minutes, there must have been some injuries. But apart from that, who was really your outstanding man of the match in this game?
Yeah, technically, I'll look at Inti Menu. I look at Inti Menu because he made sure that the midfield of Samartex that supplies the likes of Baba Musa, the likes of Evans or Seusu was not in action today. In as much that they had 1 or 2 openings in midfield, every time they free themselves from Inti Menu. Eric Zeze, one may or train. The touches are very good, but technically, I think Inti Menu did a very good job. And on the part of Samartex, I think that Dauda came in strongly in the second half. He was quiet in the first half, but in the second half, you could clearly see his dominance.
Tactical talk.
You could clearly see his dominance in the role that he was given in the team. Evans Oseiusu, one-on-one, and he's one player that I've read. If you clearly know Evans very well, the moment you close him down, you hit him hard, Evans will not continue to play. And I was not surprised he was substituted. And
you think the knock he took?
You remember I was talking about the Samartex technical team needs to change their game plan. And for me, changing the game plan, they came in, they had a chance to equalize. And for me, Evans Osei couldn't finish that. And I mean that 10 of a strike from Boache. If the ball has had its target, I think Asare would have struggled to handle that ball. But for me, I think that in Team Menu.
The Kumasi fans did well. The Kotoko fans, I should say, did well. Maybe dress rehearsal for next week when Dreams will take on Zamalek in the second leg. It's goalless after 55 minutes in Cairo. So Dreams are being stubborn, and if they can hold on, that would be an excellent result for Dreams.
It's not about being stubborn. I think that Karim Zito is putting up a good strategy. Mind you, they have John Entry, who has played in Egypt, and for him to be on the field, probably he will be coaching his colleagues. So I believe that the Kumasi fans and Ghanaians will be waiting for Dreams FC return game at the Baba Yaya Sports Stadium.
It's a tricky day. I mean, Dortmund have also scored against Leverkusen. It's not over, but they could spoil that record. I said some strange things are happening. Manchester United 3-0, now 3-3, extra time.
Yeah, what can I say? Dortmund, Leverkusen, 78 minutes goalless, or what did I tell you?
What's it? Leverkusen, Dortmund, Beshomo.
I told you.
So, Saturday, 1 year bet. And also come bet here. Where do you bet?
Most of the times, I know with some of these teams, when they play the 70th minute and there is no goal, I know they are likely to,
tactical knowledge.
And well, football is a psychological game.
Right.
We're winning league already.
Right.
Dortmund is chasing the top 4 in the Bundesliga. So once they are in the shape of getting the maximum 3 points. In being in a respectable position to qualify for Europe the following season.
Okay, let's come back to the Ghana Premier League, but we'll keep you posted once we've heard from the coaches at pitchside. And that's what JC will be talking to them, Coach Dauda and Coach Prosper Ogun. And maybe Coach Prosper Ogun from now on should always be conducting the pre-match interviews at least. It gives some confidence.
Last week I told you that somebody needs to talk to him. He needs to be talked to because it is not done anywhere. For close to 7 or 8 or 9 matches, your assistant coach will be the one doing the post match. I mean, for me, it doesn't show up. And for him to speak for his supporters that were not able to be at the stadium to listen to tactical whatever he's saying, and of course, once a while you can allow. I think as a full coach has also started allowing his assistant coach to be doing the post match interview. And at the end of the game, he goes to the supporters to explain why the team didn't perform. Then why do you do that? So our coaches should know what their supporters are expecting of them. Back to the game, I think that we have witnessed a very good game. But as I said, some decisions for me, I'm sure the authorities will go into it. We need to make our football lovely. We need to make our football attractive. But on the whole, I think that both teams exhibited a very good football, apart from some few incidents. And I think that Ayamba's record was just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. But I believe that both teams played, and as the statistics showed on the board, 50-50 possessions, shot on target were 4-4. And for me, I think that both teams have done very well. But it seems the Kotoko players were really, really worn out. You could, right after the whistle, the referee blew his whistle for them, you could clearly see that they were panting. But seriously, to be honest with you, we have been talking about the level of Kotoko players, the level.
A lot of them haven't gotten there yet.
I mean, you saw it yourself.
Yeah.
You know, Prosper Ogun is a doctor, a professor. You know, he used to be a lecturer. I'm sure in the space of 1 week, it will be a big learning curve for him as a football coach. The kind of things he has passed through in the last 1 week as a head coach for Asante Kotoko. This particular week will be a big learning curve for him in his coaching career. You know, going to Mencia, what the backroom staff of Asante Kotoko and some of the playing body told of himself and the people in Mencia on no about training grounds, but maybe you'll be a club, no. And winning the game today, speaking to the supporters, speaking to the media, may assure say it's a big learning curve for Prosper Neto.
Winning against the league leaders.
Winning against the league leaders, a big learning curve for him.
Seriously, and I'm sorry to cut you. Let's give credit to Samartex. They never disgrace themselves.
No, not at all.
They've proven and shown why they are on top of the Ghana Premier League.
Absolutely.
Maturity on the field of play. They show quality in their play, and individual also show some kind of quality talent that they possess. And for me, I think that the people of Summer Boy should be proud of the team that they are supporting. Yeah, it's not a fluke that they are on top of the Ghana Premier League.
Wow.
It isn't. I mean, Heart of Lions 3, that stands out in your face. But look at Gold Stars as well, winning, you know, in that goal, and then Bofokwa getting that draw. It became 2 matches, obviously, on Monday. A lot will happen.
The man came back.
In Satraman,
go down to win by 2 goals to
away from home. Yep, it's a tough venue.
Tough venue.
It'll close the gap as well.
Is going.
No, they are gone. What do you mean they are going?
So, Coach, for you, Omoko.
Oh, Makandada.
Nana.
Yeah, Kandada.
You better table, no, but.
Oh, yeah, Kandada. It's not about table. It's not about table. So, if you're a team, then you.
So, who are the other 2 that will join RTU?
Yeah, seriously, Heart of Lions need to be very careful. Caroline needs to be very careful. You talk of Bofakwa, they need to be very careful. These are teams that I think that they need to be very careful. Yeah, because for me, RTU is gone. The next games that we are going to play, that's week 28, we are going to see teams that have won home matches and they'll be going away and that they are going to struggle. So for me, I think that, for me, I've stuck my neck out. RTU, for them, they are gone.
I think RTU and Bofo are likely to go. Between Karela and House of Lions, one of them will join them.
They need to do their homework well. And for
RTU, Bofo, they are likely to move to Division 1.
But it's surprising, 3-0 against Nations FC, and this is the first time they are conceding 3 in the league.
3 unanswered goals.
Yes. And Coach Mengo, I think he had it tough under the experienced Bashir Ford. I mean,
and Heart of
in
Lions,
their last 2 away games, They conceded 90 minutes plus against Cairo in Nalerigu. Their last game against Adriana, 90 minutes plus 3 before they conceded. That should tell you probably there was a mix-up somewhere in their defense. Probably
and their last home game ended
a bit physical at times, but here, the movement, Zeze getting the ball back and just firing over the bar.
after he break.
I don't think about any of the European.
Oh, yeah, Arsenal.
And then of course our local league. Apart from that, I don't think about any of them.
Oh, I see. You're an Arsenal fan, so Arsenal would win the league.
Yesterday, so for us, we're not thinking about. I'm not thinking about the Ghana Premier League.
Oh, we thank God for
So
that.
for the
And you
European-
also know Manchester United, Chelsea.
This is our own. Let's cherish our own.
But I think that we have to take a look at the penalty.
Okay, let's quickly get the coaches as they're ready at pitch side. Quickly.
Performance of your team.
Oh, we played very well. They played with Takara, so you could see, you yourself, you saw how we played. So it's one of those things. We have some few chances, but we couldn't bury it. So we appreciate it. I don't want to talk about it. So I think that they did well, and I'm happy that they played.
What
very
didn't
well.
work right for you?
Utilization of our chances, the few chances we should have utilized. You know, Evans had some clear chances, so that is football.
Is it a setback for your title ambitions?
Oh, we are still very ambitious and we are going forward. I mean, if the performance was not good, then you have a cause to be worried. But I think that they did their best, only that their best was not enough. But I congratulate them, it was a good game. And then we will look forward to other matches.
It's the first time you have been pegged back in the last 7 weeks in the Premier League. How do you recover from here?
Oh, it's normal. It's normal. It's one of those things. When you play a match and away match, in fact, even if we lost, but we didn't disgrace ourselves, people have seen that we deserve to be where we are. So we'll just continue working hard. That's all.
Between Baba and Evans, 19 goals, 10 and 9, you must be worried that they are not converting the chances as you look forward to winning the Premier League.
It's only today, and sometimes football, that's how it goes. You can have a bad day. So I think that for Evans, it's a bad day. Baba didn't get clear chances. All the chances fell on the way of Evans. So it's one of those things. But we are not bothered. We are okay.
Will you assure the fans that you are going back home to beat Olympics in your next game?
Definitely. It's a must-win game for us, so that we will try to move ahead and see how we can win the league.
Better luck next time.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Coach. How are you feeling now?
Feeling okay.
How would you describe the game?
Very good performance from both sides. Both teams came with the intention to play very expansively, create chances and score. So they got us on some few occasions on the counter. I think we also got them. And then out of our pressure, I think we won that penalty.
Is it fair to say you are a relieved man?
Once you win, you become okay. The game is all about winning, especially when you're coaching a team like Kumasi Asante Kotoko. It doesn't matter how beautifully you play. At the end of the day, even if you don't play well and you get them the 3 points, that's okay.
You didn't just win, but there were indications of this team getting back to their feet. They play so well. How do you intend to keep up with this momentum?
I think it's all about trying to encourage them to boost their confidence, letting them know that they are capable of doing it and that we can turn things around. It's all about staying focused. So we have to get closer to the players and let them know that we are with them and we believe that they can do it. I'm actually impressed. I'm probably very impressed about how we played today. We look very compact in defense, very expansive in attack, and we look for the spaces behind their defense, which is an indication that the intention to defend is there and the intention to create and score is also there. So I'm okay.
You know, when the results were not coming, some fans were still optimistic that one win would trigger a turnaround. Is that how you feel?
I also felt the same way. Players of teams that always win are always confident and united. And players of teams that always lose are always very tense, very anxious, and they are always divided, and they play the attribution theory, trying to explain reasons why probably the wins are not coming. So I am also of their own view that once we get a win, the team will come together, we will rediscover our confidence, our form, self-belief, and then get a job done.
Tough trip to Mediama next.
Very difficult grounds, but when we get there, we look at the tactical approach.
The game is over, but you can see the fans are still chanting. What do you want to tell them?
I'm so happy, and I'm surprised today. Their attitude today was entirely different from the previous matches that we watched. Actually, when we were coming, we thought they were going to boo at us, but then when we came, the reception was very positive, very excellent. This group you are seeing started singing right from the blast of the whistle up to the end, and they are still singing. And that is the spirit of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So I want to tell the fans that we are very happy for how they have received us today, irrespective of the poor results that we've given to them. The way they have received us, we are very happy. And we want to tell them that the way they receive us today, they should keep on supporting us this way. And once they support us this way, the technical staff will be confident, the playing staff will be confident, and the whole team will be confident that we can win the next matches.
Congratulations, Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum.
Thank you.
Morrison, finally, Moitime winning game in about 8 attempts. Who game we saying?
First of all, the better will be Biase. Say, I'm even short of words because me can say but football have not been good and fair to us as players and our family, our friends. Past months have been very, very terrible for us, but we thank God that today we came in and we have a victory. So I can say we thank God.
What does this victory do for you guys as a playing body moving on to the remainder of the league?
A lot. I think it will bring the confidence back. We have gone, I think, 7 matches, no win, and I think this win will definitely motivate us in our rest of the matches, and it will bring the love back.
Now, Mr. Wakasa personally, with me ball left back, with me ball as a winger. Now, say me also ball in the central midfield. So, position, how do you enjoy it?
I can't explain much, but me Gidi say, baby, tama mi swani nya, baby me bo sisi am, tama mi swani nya, ma bo ho nya da. So I don't find it difficult say me go into any position on the field. Yeah.
Is there more comedy ama? I hope them party and I will catch your fans.
Me catch your fans ni nya ni say yes rom. De sinya no. Omo nja manenka. And a second in person me fast that kese pa ma ye nana, ya papa, eja, e bibia otumfo. Say otimi frɛ yɛn ɛma yɛba efie ɔne yɛnya kasa na yɛso me promise no me gyina ne media we so promise ne sɛ yɛngu n'anim ase biom da.
So, Morrison, we'll talk about what he said in just a bit, but just confirmation of Kotoko's last 5 matches. A green light, I say traffic lights, amber, but green is there finally for Kotoko, and they've struggled. If you listen to what the player said, you can actually tell and sense the kind of emotional, psychological stress and pressure they've been under. You have to take a deep breath, talking about even their families and the media, the fans, everybody, on their backs. And I think said that the win would take a lot of pressure off the players.
That should tell you how the team Kotoko is. When we speak about Kumasi Asante Kotoko or House of Folk, the team is huge. So when you're playing for such a team and that kind of games, you don't get results. You saw from his face. I mean, they've won the game all right, but he's still surprised they were able to go all out to the 90th minute and have the 3 points. He had a good performance. He and Inti Menu were the 2 guys that were battling in midfield with Dauda and then Kayeke. And the reason why I thought it to have been Inti Menu was a huge figure in Samartex team, the captain for the side, Emmanuel Kayeke, was made not to play and was substituted. But in as much that they paid Enoch Morrison, he wasn't bad in midfield. He was all over the place in midfield, 50-50 balls, sending some of the accurate passes to Peter Amidu Aqua, and of course Baba Yaya. It wasn't a bad performance. The way he spoke, I mean, he spoke as a player, and I think that they will go according to what he said. And for me, they need to speak to each other. This is Kotoko, and going forward, I think it is something that is going to help them. If I can say something about Coach Nuru Ahmed, I think he spoke very well, very, very well. It's one of the games that they've lost that he felt that they didn't disgrace themselves. I said it here before he spoke. And they had a couple of chances that they could have equalized or even gone ahead. Evans Osei had at least 3. Baba Musa was silent because he never had that opportunities that, and between two of them they have about 18 goals or 19 goals. For me, I think that Samartex have proven why they are on top of the league. And for me, going back to play Accra Great Olympics is another tough game. I just don't know whether it's going to be live on TV or not. But for me, I think that Samartex today they've proven why they are on top of the Ghana Premier League, and Kotoko players have also proven to their supporters that look, they can fight back.
They did fight, and I think the player, as you said, the player spoke. You can tell he was very, very, emotions. You know, emotions had taken over his demeanor.
I said, you know, the players going to meet on 2-4 is the biggest motivation ahead of this game.
You can't come and lose.
Not confirm it.
Yeah,
it's not easy. So it doesn't come simple in Kumasi. For a player for Asante Kotoko going to Mensia meet Asante Kotoko, even at his premises, Namu Sidama. This is the first time we say Obiakwa slow 2-4 the premises or Sidama. It's because result is not coming. Because Nyama Nkoye wa Kotoko.
And they were given the chance to speak.
Immediately you enter Mensia, we need to 2-4. It's not easy. So for you to go and meet him on several occasions as a player for Asante Kotoko is the biggest motivation I'll be as a player. Go to the field, player na promise. Go up him so anymore as a big statement, and it's very important.
Yeah, very important, but the reality is also ahead of them. Midiama, Legon City's Brekum, tough games, whichever way you look at it. But if you can beat the, what's the words used, the league leaders, then you give yourself hope and chance, even though it won't be easy against Midiama.
Yeah, apart from the Midiama game, the rest of this game, Kotoko should be able to pick the maximum 3 points in the rest
Why
of the
not apart from the Midiama game?
Midiama still believes they can still come back and win the Ghana Premier League. They have a good team. They are playing well.
You can see that.
The Samartex player, but they were too close. But for me, I think that the referee's decision is questionable.
50-50 here.
Yes. So
okay. It's a penalty if
But the player,
I didn't see that.
I need referees to educate me.
But the question is, if you step on a player like this and the referee sees it, is it a foul?
He stepped on him.
What? Well, let's. Did he miss the player?
Okay, watch the foot of Peter, the left foot of Peter Amidu Aqua. And the
nice from.
You see, my point is that Peter wanted the first time.
Wait, the VAR strike. Proper. Okay, let's go back and see the wider shot and see where the
anyway,
socks.
This is our opinion.
Yeah, it should be
better. What we are seeing.
Yeah, come back a couple of frames before the ball comes into shot and maybe watch the socks of the player. What they're showing the socks, the red socks.
The hose.
Before, the hose. Okay, you can hose. Before the tackle, not sure be a hose no or after. That may also give us a forensic. What they're showing hose no. Say a best sign, back off for maybe there was contact. Sure. Did it go down a bit? Said who's not echo down. That could have given us a scraping and 9 kakra.
So and I was saying that the referee was closer.
The referee was there.
But watch the foot of the Samartex centre back. He wanted to block the ball. Peter also want to strike at goal. But Peter missed the ball. But after missing the ball, that contact, seriously, we need the referees to educate us on this, to be honest with you. But I think that it's a difficult one.
If this had happened at the other side and the referee had taken it, would it have been also, the same?
I'll see what I'm seeing right now.
Right. Tight.
Very.
Yeah. It's not, you're not convinced.
Tight. Very, very, very tight,
What the referee saw is the player, looking like he'd been fouled. One moment, he didn't have a replay.
You see, that is why sometimes in the box, or probably in the penalty area, let me use the word, in the penalty area, when you are defending, you need to be very careful. You understand? In as much that the defender felt that he could have gotten to the ball first before Peter. And this unfortunate incident happened. And as the coach said, it's one of those things. He didn't want to talk about the officiating, but for me, I think that both teams shared a very good game. and I'm still saying that there's still 5 points between Samartex and then Nations FC, and then 6 points between them and then Adriana. I think it was 7 or so. So I think that Samartex have proven why they are on top of the league. And as the coach said, they are going back all the way to Samarboy to play Accra Great Olympics. And of course, it's a must win, as the coach said. So congratulations to Samartex that are still on top of the league. And for me, people have not watched most of their games because most of their games are not on TV. And today they've had the opportunity of watching Samartex being on top of Ghana Premier League. And if they are to win the league, they are going to represent Ghana in the Champions League.
No doubt about that.
Output, I think that Samartex can get there.
So Kotoko, just 1 point ahead of Hearts. Let's go back. And the other teams that are behind, following them on 35 points. Let's take a look again. There you go. Thank you. 36 points, Kotoko. But look at the teams. A couple of teams on 35 and then 33. Then you have another 3 teams on 31. So even Karela on 31, they know that a win could push them out of that, and they can overtake Olympics if Olympics lose their next game. But for Hearts of Lions and Real Tamale United, it's looking very, very tight for them.
If Olympics should lose and Karela should win, it tells you that Olympics will be beneath Karela United.
But before the Karela all going away,
it doesn't matter. Teams went away and wins. Instructor went to Nareligo, he won. Olympics can go away and win. They can also lose or draw. But we are just trying to do the minus and pluses of. But to be honest with you, teams, Dreams FC, they've got about 3 outstanding games to play. So for them, you can just have a look at their teams that they'll be playing. But from Lagos cities, no, from House of Folk, even from Kumasi, Asante Kotoko, right down to Karela United, any of these teams can still go down. If you lose 2 straight home games or 2 straight matches, you find yourself at the position of where Karela is lying now.
No doubt about it. It's tough. Before Great Olympics, right down, Lagos City is trying to extend because the points difference. Royal Tamale United, you think it's gone.
Kotoko, House of Folk, Lagos City is Accra Great Olympics. For Dreams FC, because they have 3 outstandings, let me leave. Bofo, Karela, Heart of Lions will be added to you. Any of these teams, if you make mistake and probably you don't win your next 2 games and probably lose all the 6 points, adding 6 points to Karela United's points, it's not going to be 37. I think not going to be beyond Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
It's going to be very difficult.
If Kotoko should lose 2 straight home games or 2 straight games and Karela should win 2 straight games, they'll be at 37. Kotoko will still be at 36.
It's tight for them.
So all the teams from Kotoko, Heart of Folk down right to our Heart of Lions need to up and then probably get more points in their next games.
Nanaidu says Real Tamale United are gone. For him, they will be relegated. So it's left with the other 2 who might join them.
Yes, I've said it. Actually, for them, they are gone due to the factors that affected the team. For me, I think that is the reason why they found themselves where they are, because they are very good side. If you really watch LTU play, you love the way they play. Heart of Lions, unfortunately, from the first round of the league, they never won even a game, and that I think that has caused Heart of Lions to find themselves at the position they found themselves in. For Karela United, going to Nalerigu, they've not lost a game there. They've won. Their worst has been a draw, like how they had yesterday against Accra Lions. And monitoring that game, Accra Lions had opportunities that they should have won that game. Unfortunately, they couldn't. Karela went ahead before Accra Lions came back. And Accra Lions has been playing some fine football of late. And for me, if playing Accra Lions to pick a point from a game with them, I think it's a plus. I think Abukari Damba is also doing a good job there, but he needs to up if you really want to stay in the Premier League.
Yeah, let's take a look at the top 4. And it's still open. But Nanaidu, your take is that Samartex are still the favourites. The matches remaining. We'll look at their next 5, Nations next 5, and Adriana. But they've shown that even away, they're not easy to beat, Samartex.
They're a very difficult side. And I think, their home performance is one of the reasons why they are having 49 points. And when you look at the kind of season that we are having, if you want to be safe in the Ghana Premier League, you need to guarantee at least 44 points to be safe. Looking at the points border between the teams in the second batch of the league table, 35 points for House of Folk and some of these teams there, and team at 8 and 9, 38 points. So it means one win will take you to the next batch or to the next phase of the league table. So it tells you teams have done a great job to be there.
Just have a game tomorrow. against Mediama.
And they are playing at home.
So if they should win, they move to 31.
Move to 41.
41. So they will be at par with Insuatreman.
Yes.
And if Mediama should win, they also move to 42, where Diana is. So it's going to be a difficult one tomorrow. At Brekum. Very tough. Very tight. Yeah. To be honest with you, Samartex have their destiny in their own hands to clinch this league title. They have their destiny in their own hands. Even if they want to maintain their home wins by picking all the games that will be played at their home, picking all the points and getting some points away from home, they will be assured of the league trophy.
Yeah.
Because we have about 8 or so matches to go, or so 7 or 8 matches to go. So if they're able to get those points, it's good to go. It's about planning and about how to get the team you are playing. And for me, I think that it is something that we have to learn from what has happened today.
Okay, so let's go through this, Nana, and see. Next 5, if you win or win at least 3 and get a couple of draws, you're almost home and dry, but not quite. Samartex will host Great Olympics, and then they travel to Royal Tamale United. And we know Tamale United, there's a problem. They're not really that focused. Then they host Tano Bofakwa, fighting for relegation. So they're playing 2 teams. Look, 3 teams fighting for relegation can disturb Samartex if they're not careful.
Of course they can.
That's Royal Tamale United,
Yeah,
Tano Bofakwa, and Heart of
They
Lions.
can, because their next game is against Accra Great Olympics at home. And as the coach said, a must win. Looking at the game against RTU in Daleregu, that is the top and the last. In football, if you try to underestimate or underrate the team that is down, you'll be laughing at the wrong side of your mouth.
But coach, I think apart from the Heart of Lions game, some others can pick the rest of them.
They can still go to Panu and beat Heart of Lions. It depends on how
where Lions find themselves.
It's not about if you say the way where they found themselves. Likewise, Bofakwa, likewise RTU. The point is that the approach from Samartex will determine whether they'll be able to go to Nalerugu and pick all the 3 points.
They are likely to get 12 out of this possible 15 points.
Well, that is why I said their destiny lies in their own hands.
12 out of 15 is very good.
Yeah.
And 12 out of 15 means they're likely to win the title.
Yes.
So you say Tamale is out?
Win against Olympics, win against RTU, win against Bofo, lose against Heart of Lions, and win against Bibiani Gold Stars.
I see. It's been recorded so that we make a playback. Bibiani Gold Stars, they would what? Win?
At home. No team will get a point in his century against Samartex at this stage.
Interesting. Because of tactical play and operations, because it's part of the game. Operations, Kotoko did operations.
What is operations?
Operations.
I don't know. What's
supporters, motivation, mobilization, scouting your opposition.
Samartex has done this from the blast of the whistle till now.
But he made a point that at this stage, it's more critical than the beginning. If you do all this, if you get to the water, you don't drink.
This is the time Samartex needs to be very careful.
Exactly. That is why Nanaidu
operations, motivation, mobilization of fans, they need to be very careful.
Intensify.
They can be surprised.
But I think the Samartex, the leaders,
they know what they're about.
They've done a lot with this team.
Yeah.
They've done a lot in this team, and they are playing some good football. Even though there are one or two things within the team, if opponents can, exploit that department, they can get the best out of them. But I think they've done a lot to get to this particular position on the league round.
They're not going to let it go that easily, no doubt about that. You were talking about your other prediction, which is not the Ghana Premier League. Leverkusen 1-1 in the end, but it's okay.
Yeah.
And Dreams, 85 minutes, goalless in Cairo. I think it's excellent.
85 minutes.
85 minutes played. Dreams, yes, it's goalless in Cairo.
Wow.
So they are doing wonders. And so next week means that the home game will be at Baba Yara, where the Kotoko fans and other fans, Hearts fans, Kumasi fans must turn out to support Dreams FC. It's a huge game. Zamalek, of course, beat Ali in their recent league game, so that's how strong they are.
Goalless draw in Cairo.
85th minute, goalless in Cairo.
Wow.
So Dreams, let's keep our fingers crossed for them. Okay, let's go back to Baba Yara and get some reactions from the fans after Kotoko's win.
Sabi. It means a good officiating. Oh, Bobiano. You forget to say, Oya Kotoko, and that's Oya Heart. Set him Kotoko player. That should be a Dreams FC. Or pushing Ghana football on him. I'm a Ghana football on him. It is a body say. Team Waya Team Ketwa. Your body is Yana. Ghana football and Konimda. Then be a Boko tournament near Sayachi.
But so far, Munya team kitu muyadi.
Sana supporters ni buye. So just here because of setting in here. So just here. It is about say, you boka. Samartex boka yi. Kotoko about the same car. Heart about same car. It is you told the same diesel. Now Samartex always cast up Africa. Allow him to go. So just here. But me am putting sign because the player about to Kotoko. A beer about Samartex no. But I chance when you are about Kotoko. Chance when you are about Kotoko Samartex. Chance when you are about that. Obianto bia so just here ye na still can start Samartex no ya bo bia amwa so just it mama war mum chance mum ko because dream sexy be bia modu no Kotoko re atanko basan why anti me da bose ana mama sa kunyen me piaro so
Okay, Piaro, Faikaza.
It's very unfortunate say this 21st century this kind of game. Samartex played well, but the referee decided to do whatever he wants to do. We got a clear penalty, and he decided to officiate on where his paymasters is about. You see, our Liga, we are trying to bring back the game that everybody is talking about, bringing back the game. So you can't bring this officiating. Well, look at the game, how we possess the game. If Kotoko really want to do something, then they should prove that they are capable of what? Moving out of the relegation. They are not. And this team is coming to Takwa. And we're still going to work things out. I will be in Takwa to make sure they lose. And Kotoko will be in relegation because the boys are not ready to their task. And I'm telling you, vacuum creature, evangelist Isaac Aqua, I will be in Takwa to make sure Kotoko lose their next game. And we will tell them that Samartex is going to Africa, and we will tell the whole Africa that we are capable of playing Africa.
What will be your stance at the end of the season?
We are going to win. Last year I said it. You can follow me at my Facebook. I said Samartex is the best team that has prepared very well. We had a good preseason. We were at Safari Valley. We were doing a lot of things. Others were at Biposo and other stuff. We were at Safari Valley, the heaven on earth. And I'm telling you, we are going to win. I predict that Nations FC is going to lose all their matches, and they are keeping losing. We know what we are doing. We know what we are about. Samartex are going to win, and I'm telling you, Kotoko is going to win and lose their next match, and they will go to relegation.
Thank you. We wish you all the best.
They should give the credit to the referee and Otunfo as well. That's all. If they have won today, the big credits, they should give it to Otunfo, His Majesty, and the referee as well.
This game today, I don't have a problem. Samartex, I don't have a problem. Samartex losing to Kotoko today, but they should have scored a clear goal. Because yes, they should have scored a clear goal. Because Kotoko that we know, Kotoko is a big team. But to me, they have the name, but they don't have the men. As it stands now, FC Samartex, we are the league leaders for now. So if Kotoko score FC Samartex, it's not news. But if FC Samartex win against Kotoko, it's a big news. So to me, I would say the boys did their best. They played very well, but Kotoko, they should have done better because they are a big team. So they're scoring us.
Okay, so getting the reactions of Samartex fans, they're very vociferous, and you can see why at home their fans are so vociferous. We'll get the Kotoko fans as well, because obviously in a different part of the stadium, but it's interesting to always sometimes get the other than Hearts and Kotoko traditionally. I know you guys are saying it's always Kotoko and Hearts and Kotoko. Today we've heard from the Samartex fans, and we'll hear from the Kotoko fans in a little bit. In fact, we're getting the Kotoko fans now. Let's listen to them.
Nah, and the game today, Sunday morning, boys now game year pa. Now saying in share. Maybe what you boys need to say or more potentials no. I can see about 1 or 2 be to it, and the supporters no biaje. Yeah, you better cause your moon can say time be a monk or swam born and say. I don't want to say, and I sentiment so I say, I was supporting, and I'm winning. I want to say, I'm sure.
If I go to don't some me a driver ni Ocean Station. Na I never know. Na ayapa. Na if you say me nyame no kra no. Em double so ntimi timu say obi cry mistake. So far me nyame no kwa to be a mistake or any mistake o me hu. Yam dance go na mama ni agemo. To me pa one say there be e fa go nko a. Yeah. supporters am so my boy no me bo me my I mean kan nyina yeah
ya ne kwajopoku ha na me Kotoko ti itani kase pa be na me hwe boy na ne boy na in fact any rupees are eye ba o hwe na homika ya supporters na ne the best stadium no na hwe America kakra and the boys no e boy na eye ne sa ye team no any rupees are ne se nkundia bade ba e ma so sa ha ntia besre and mamlantie promotion and because yes supporters no near best stadium ne ye abufu kase abufu na siemu ba na kasa no ma ya calm down say there be siena na kasa ewunya say yetimi agi ya na zere anu edisu form near best support ba na near supporters na master stadium and now yeah Kotoko supporter ewunya say na utrevie na best stadium na best support your team na nya de ba eno ne wo boys no aya ade man ye nji bi eno mu share goal no omu bu nkotodwe e pa acho say omanya nuhu se bi obakura enugu na so a enya de si atwa ye pepa enti ye boys no mu ho a ye best so opportunity omiki so say next time no best stadium ni yesu benya bote bye ye league giant the opening apa home enya say league no ye betia e dia ye betia di top 4 ni yetimi abobi me pa show me dasi manosi
na Asante Kotoko ntina me ba ha o hwe Kotoko boys no na num ho ye ball no na ye ball no na no ma bi nkoyie e matim no na ye nana ene o makasa tim wura ene o makasa enti na se ye hwe game no a na o hwe de ahofama a omode ma ball no a na ye hu se e koyie pressure no e wo mo so because of say omo alusu matches bebre wo fie nti no na pressure no ye high enti ba sa na ye hu ball na e wo say boys no e de ebo maye no ene ye da Nyankopon asese yetimi awini one no betimi aboa ya me yakọ ebi aboa so takwa ame tumakonya draw ye hwe de Kotoko boys ni betimi aye yentimi moru a because o ma ya de na se enya edu ba bia wo na betimi akasa kire omo nti boys ne no ma abetwa mu mu fanto nchen na ye nyina yentimi ensport Kotoko ye dimi se Kotoko de Ghana football mu firim a enye yie enti ne wo se ye konma Kotoko se Kotoko betimi anya hoodene ene game no obi ahwe bi ye mo boys na baso omo ya de akase ye ne mediama kobo a eno so mu ntimi ntra na ye ne house of folk ma try ye free se Kotoko team no ye free adom mu betimi akọ adom mu ye mo boys na baso omo ya de
Lina okay ye friend me Lina born there Samartex ebo Kotoko pa ba refi no wendi born ye nyame nim ne kwen penalty no je ye ne die na honda because Samartex na clear penalty wanje penalty we oje ye there bebe kan say e favor e pese Kotoko fo monim ti ai ye ti omonim amom nti no de be si bia ye ba ye still vim bo am ntwe mediema e show mo for
West born there Samartex bobo ni na wa hwe bo na dominate game ni na but officiating no there na nye officiating no e favor Kotoko we nya clear penalty the sene obai kan ref no it is allow penalty no but boy nya penalty no oje de ma Kotoko but be fan say a game but we are still on the top of the league nti omo Kotakwa no omo nyom homework ye se ball no mebo no Takwa de a ene omeje be 4 goals from Takwa na metumi aka no okay last
Toko said they do na the frame no ene de obi ohwe start time bia no minim say wanya ni die so kwama team Kotoko no every say de ne hwehwa an say be win nene no ensu ene sili enim cause ya say team pa ya bo almost 10 matches afeni nya win wo ye ni aye fie na ayare hosem because na beach ya ba santiman ise mi tiwe ka Kotoko wini aka ya rusie ene mi dia rusie nyeye if say ebin si da ya pa no kure nyame anim de asie no ya ye beda nyame ase na ya da ohene ase because ohene kasa no tutu se aya adwuma pa na nyame mesere ne se secrets no de enkabo munim se minim se no so kabo ma afei spirit na eye Kotoko spirit ayira no obeba fie because ye nuanom kramufo epe nkabo mu yenuanom akristofo epe nkabo mu nananom so epe nkabo mu vi se ka sekre so kan bom se de praise ya kan bom a na we na bana kabeto aso bibibe kabese Ghana football so because no kre se Kotoko ene sell Ghana na ko my Ghana nipa bibibe ni be Kotoko nti nipa hu ene ba ne sei ena ye pe win ba ko pe kre ho aye den a se nisuo na aduru yen ti e besre ye mpanifo no a omoka bi wom se omomra no momeka secrets ni mom mayen na Kotoko ne fan to mefra se Kotoko ne fan to mapafra na hasen so fan to mapafra Ghana ye ne ane yeko because teams na die ani mu ne de fine o ma ya de be kan se o ma bom mmodi na so yen kan hu se Ghana ye Kotoko ne has se mienu nso ne yeko fom pa ti esre mu mamuni ablofo na chi e ma teams ya ka se mienu no nkofom teams ya ka se mienu nkofom ti na ablofo bo nkofo na nji we editwa mambetu na ka ye Kotoko ne has apeja obi anu amiji so behwe Chelsea na Real Madrid no hwan ne match utim bo ba akɔhwe abroni ball esan se nkabo mu ni odo no afri ye mu no tie di we nyina aba nti se wo hwe start time na wutie mi a mesrew o da na wo sori abompa ye ma Asante man ene Accra House of Folk da sa teams ni bienu sori a ibehu Ghana football no different cra te se beje ensem tete de na nse yo se tete nyame da so te ase de a ene na tete has tete Kotoko no da so wo ho ahian kabo mu ene odonko a me de obias
and we don't need to add any more. I think that guy has so much wisdom that he said it all. Even bringing in Accra House of Folk. Nana.
I saw Christopher Damenya.
Yeah, sorry to have cut him, but I think we had to wrap on the time. Yeah, that guy, the last guy spoke very well.
Okay, and I think it's very important. A lot of people are going to say when Ghana football is going on well, they will need Kotoko and House to rise and do well in the Ghana Premier League because will drive the rest of the teams they see in the Premier League. So, in the Empire ball, any wish they say things will be done well in Kotoko and House so that it will move Ghana football forward. I always talk about this. In every country, there were two teams that drive it, their league and their football. Oko Spain is Real Madrid, Barcelona. Oko England is Liverpool, Man United. Oba Egypt is Zamalek, El Ali.
Zamalek, El Ali.
Yes.
Yeah, they make some choices here.
So we will need Kotoko and Haas to move to the next level. It will help our football in this local.
Coach, yeah, wrap it up. We've looked at the league table. We've heard Samartex. We've heard your friend is saying Kotoko. Coach, we'll find a way.
Well, I think both supporters have expressed their view, and we need to respect that. And for me, I think that, as I said, Samartex have their destiny in their own hands. Kotoko have theirs in their own hands. So they need to go out there and make sure that they go and then do well. For me, I witnessed a very good game, and I believe that there are more room for improvement for both sides. Yeah.
No doubt. I say boy in Zama Dreams FC. Goalless, it ended full time. 25 shots from Zamalek, 5 from Dreams, 6 shots on target from Zamalek, just 1 for Dreams, 68%. Possession from Zamalek, and how much is that? 35 for Dreams, but Dreams have ridden it and it's goalless. So that's great result for Dreams in Cairo.
That is good.
Yeah, they're coming back
for
to
you to
Kumasi
go to Egypt and play against Zamalek in Cairo, and after 90 minutes it's goalless draw.
Yeah,
massive result for Dreams FC. The return leg is in Kumasi. Let's see what happens.
And tomorrow we have another game on the GPL as we continue. And Sports Pack in the morning on Max 89.7 FM would also bring you all the details of that. Plus other big news from the EPL, the FA Cup, all of it will be on Sports Pack on 89.7 FM. Thanks so much and enjoy your week. Bye for now.